The boy was on the verge of tears, constantly checking if the little girl was really his child. He was only 9 years old, yet he had a 3-year-old child. The people around him thought he was crazy. But what was strange was that, despite never meeting him before, this little girl could accurately call out his name. She had never met her father, yet she ran up to Atiro and grabbed his shirt. The scene was so bizarre that everyone watching was stunned. They couldn't understand why this little girl, meeting Atiro for the first time, would act so familiar with him. A few days ago, a car accident happened. A man had been in an accident and was in critical care in the ICU. The doctor sadly told the family that if there was anyone the man wanted to see, they should bring them in. Haruya knew he was about to die, so he called out Kana's name. His parents knew Kana was someone he cared about, but they couldn't bring her to see him. They were wealthy, and in order to ensure Haruya focused on taking over the family business, they had ordered him to sever all ties with Kana, who was pregnant with his child. To avoid leaving this world with regrets, Haruya's soul left his body. He sensed someone nearby who could see ghosts, and he went to find that person for help. Jack, frustrated by how ghosts always sought him out, was angry but then happy when Haruya asked him to swap bodies for a day so that he could see the person he loved. Atiro, wanting to avoid his upcoming exam and vaccination, agreed. They swapped bodies, but once Atiro entered Haruya's body, he regretted it. The body hurt, and Atiro had to endure injections. While Atiro was struggling, Haruya was desperately trying to find Kana. Haruya wanted to call the old lady from the noodle shop to ask about Kana's whereabouts, but he had no money. At that moment, a woman appeared and transported him to Kana's home. The old lady from the noodle shop appeared just then, and Haruya hurried to greet her. He felt she hadn't changed a bit. But then, Haruya forgot he was in Atiro's body and explained that he used to come to eat noodles there. As they talked, a window upstairs opened, and there was the girl Haruya loved, Kana. The old lady told Kana to come down and take care of the child. After getting ready, Kana came down, and as Haruya looked at her, he realized the little girl resembled him from when he was young. Haruya couldn't control himself and asked Kana if the girl was his child. He kept asking, but Kana was confused. When Kana heard Haruya say the little girl's red hair resembled his own, she laughed. She and her mother thought Haruya had lost his mind. Only the little girl kept staring at Haruya. She walked up to him and grabbed his shirt, which shocked Kana. Haruya didn't want to return to his own body anymore. Meanwhile, Atiro's soul had merged with Haruya's body by 70%, and he was now experiencing the pain of internal injuries and broken bones. The sensation felt like he was on the brink of death. While Haruya played with the little girl, he became concerned about her living conditions. To his surprise, she didn't even have a toy of her own. As the little girl played with a toy car, the owner came over, took the car away, and punched Haruya. The child's mother stopped the commotion, and the residents started talking about how difficult life had been for Kana and the little girl. Years ago, when Haruya and Kana were living together, Haruya's parents came to persuade them to break up. They wanted Haruya to find a better girlfriend, threatening him that if he couldn't manage the family business, many people would lose their jobs and end up on the streets. They pressured Haruya, telling him it wasn't just his personal problem. They tried to make Kana understand. In the end, Haruya had no choice but to leave. Kana, feeling like there was no future for them, asked Haruya during their farewell if family was more important than himself. Haruya bowed his head, not knowing how to answer because he didn't understand at the time. But now, Haruya just wanted to be a good father to his daughter. He promised to buy her toys far better than the ones they had. At that moment, Haruya wanted to live. He returned to the noodle shop and begged Kana to take him back, hoping to stay by the little girl's side as Atiro. But Kana would never agree to this.